Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. This evening, WWE will tape SmackDown at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, for the last time before Crown Jewel. The show's live broadcast for tonight will be followed by taping for next week. After Raw next Monday, the WWE roster will depart for Saudi Arabia. Thus, recording SmackDown for next week is necessary. The two episodes have the potential to cover a lot of ground. For tonight's WWE Tag Team Championship, the Motor City Machine Guns will face DIY in a #1 contenders match. The champions will most likely compete against the Bloodline in the championship match at the show's second filming. Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga might lose the championship if Roman Reigns and Jey Uso get even. After losing the Intercontinental Championship to Solo Sikoa and his guys on the most recent Raw program, Jey Uso might make an unexpected cameo. 2 weeks ago, Randy Orton inserted himself in the SmackDown brawl between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, and he punched the prize fighter. That night, Co proceeded to assault the Viper in the parking lot. Orton wanted Nick Aldis to match him up with Owens on last week's program. But due to directives from above, the Blue Brand's general manager flat out denied his request. Given that the Apex Predator had previously mentioned knowing who to approach in such a predicament, it seems likely that he would end up seeing Triple H. It is also possible that WWE's chief content officer may turn down his request. Because of this, Orton may wind himself in violation of the regulations, which might result in his suspension from the game. Following Crown Jewel, the matter between Orton and Owens might be resolved. Another potential outcome is a Saudi Arabian loser leaves SmackDown match. Although Roman Reigns and Jey Uso wished Jey Uso would return to their camp, the Yeet Master had no interest in being embroiled in the ongoing family feud. Last week's SmackDown episode, however, drew him back into the feud when his performance there lost him the Intercontinental Championship at the hands of the Bloodline. As a result of Raw, Jey may choose to get back together with Reigns and Jimmy. Once again, Jimmy and the original tribal chief might be defeated by the Bloodline tonight, but this time, Jey could emerge victorious. Last week on SmackDown, Roman Reigns brought up Paul Heyman, so it's possible he's making a comeback as well. Following Bad Blood, Kevin Owens assaulted the American Nightmare because he could not accept Cody Rhodes' partnership with Roman Reigns. As the undisputed WWE champion may have felt it was hypocritical to assist the original tribal chief, Rhodes and his buddies may have felt the same way after the Bloodline caused them so much problems in the previous 2 years. The prizefighter's behavior has resulted in his suspension from SmackDown. To vent his frustration with Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and the TKO board of directors, he lately turned to X, a.k. Twitter. The former Universal Champion might face a permanent suspension from the Blue Brand if Triple H decides to make an appearance tonight to discuss Owens' position. A possible outcome of this maneuver is the transfer of Owens to Raw for Jey Uso, who is supposedly being set up to reconnect with Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. Get ready for some high-octane action and surprising drama on SmackDown as WWE prepares for Crown Jewel. Speculation about what shocks may be in store is widespread as many stories heat up. Recent reports circulating backstage suggest that Triple H may punish a star for openly criticizing Stephanie McMahon, which has escalated emotions both on and off the mat, which might lead to a surprising turn of events. As for the Crown Jewel event, supporters are keeping a close eye out for any unexpected events, such as alterations to the titles, that might affect it. In preparation for Crown Jewel, WWE SmackDown might see 4 surprises, and we'll examine them all here. Here is a sneak peek at what may happen on WWE's Blue Brand, including possible bans, title changes, and the rise of new champions. A WWE superstar who openly criticized Stephanie McMahon is supposedly being banned by Triple H. Some fans think the remarks may have gone too far, perhaps violating WWE's code of professionalism, even if the superstar hasn't been formally named. With big events like Crown Jewel coming up, Triple H has a personal stake in minimizing backstage turmoil and keeping things running smoothly as Chief Content Officer. The decision by Triple H to implement this ban would be a daring statement that WWE would not abide any kind of public criticism of its top leaders. A restriction like this would cause problems on SmackDown and make viewers wonder how far WWE stars can go when talking against the company's upper management. With Crown Jewel just around the corner, fans are understandably curious about the potential effects of this shakeup on the event, and whether or not the ban would add gasoline to the fire of already heated turmoil inside WWE. The announcement of new champions is another potential plot point before Crown Jewel. Given the changing roster on SmackDown and the emergence of new talent, WWE may use this event to promote up-and-coming superstars. Recently, people have been talking about two up-and-coming artists, LA Knight and Iyo Sky. They are both highly regarded as possible champions due to their impressive recent runs and large fan bases. The LA Knight star is on the rise, and a championship victory would be the perfect reward for his efforts. He is already a fan favorite because to his magnetic personality and impressive wrestling skills, and he might become much more of a mainstay on SmackDown with the title belt around his waist. Meanwhile, a championship triumph may be Iyo Sky's big break after a string of superb performances. If she were to win, it would further strengthen the women's division and keep WWE's focus on its strong female roster. Crown Jewel's worldwide audience would be the ideal setting for these new champions, who would fit in well with WWE's efforts to promote diversity and inclusion in the company's upper echelons. Changing the titles in Saudi Arabia also sets the stage for future events, which will give SmackDown an exciting shakeup that fans will love to see. While Roman Reigns has been the undisputed leader of the Bloodline and the tribal chief of SmackDown for over 3 years, rumors have been circulating recently that his group is beginning to show signs of discord. Reigns is under more pressure to defend his championship and position as WWE's undisputed champion in his next Crown Jewel bout against LA Knight. Jey Uso's betrayal to Raw and Jimmy Uso's wavering loyalties have put the unity of the Bloodline on the brink of disaster. Rumor has claimed that Reigns' own army might spring a surprising uprising or treachery. Since Jimmy Uso has been hesitant to blindly obey Roman's orders, his recent acts have caused some to doubt his loyalty. SmackDown might be used by WWE to hint at future storylines, with Jimmy perhaps challenging Roman's authority or even siding with LA Knight, further escalating the discord in the Bloodline. This would happen before Crown Jewel. An explosive plot involving the Bloodline's collapse at Crown Jewel might keep SmackDown's storytelling going strong for at least another year. Additionally, it would introduce new familial conflicts, which would enrich Roman's character and maybe lead to a titanic clash between him and one of his own. Crown Jewel's demands and internal strife threaten to derail Reigns, who has held the Bloodline in check as the tribal chief. Before big shows like Crown Jewel, WWE likes to surprise fans with unexpected returns or debut performances. Iconic wrestlers' possible comeback or new debuts to spruce up the SmackDown roster have been circulating widely for the last several months. Superstars that have been absent for a long time, like Randy Orton, are good choices for a surprising comeback. Fans would be ecstatic for what's to come at Crown Jewel if Orton returned, because to his extensive history and legendary status in WWE,